As you can see, we are not in the kitchen. We are on the road, heading out on a vacation, and me and Jessica and Peef want you to come along.
We're only leaving like slightly behind schedule. We were supposed to leave at I wanted to leave by 5 and it's 6:30, so 6:30, we've got a 6-hour drive ahead of us. It's an hour ahead there, so we should get in at like 1:30 if we didn't stop, which we're gonna stop, so probably like 2:30.
So our first stop was rather exciting. It was a Love's Travel stop. This was just a quick stopover for us so we could heat up some of our chili, and I believe we picked up some bananas there at the gas station as well. All in all, a nice little dinner before we had to get back on the road.
Hey Brian.
Yeah.
What time did we make it to the hotel?
It's like 3:20 something according to my phone, so 2 something for us for real.
In the afternoon?
In the early morning.
Yay!
When we woke up in the morning, we decided to go down and get some breakfast at our hotel, because of course they had a free breakfast, and it was very nice. They had some fruit and whatnot. Unfortunately, they didn't have the one thing I actually wanted, which was oatmeal.
Apparently you have to get up extra early and not be in the last 5 minutes of breakfast if you want oatmeal. Up next, we got back on the road and drove toward Columbus, Ohio, where we met up with some of my family at the North Market. This is one of our favorite places to go when we're in Columbus. We try to make it to Columbus as much as possible to visit my family, and they introduce us to this great market.
This place right here is one of my absolute favorite places to go in Columbus. This is North Market Spices, and they have a ton of salt-free options and a ton of just really good quality spices. I always tend to stock up on some stuff whenever we do actually come to Columbus. There are a ton of places to eat, but they also have a lot of vendors that sell some amazing products, including one of my favorites, which is the Green Olive Company. They sell different types of oil and they sell different types of vinegars. Of course, we don't really do the oils, but we do love their vinegars. We have several of these bottles in our pantry right now.
The cool thing is you can sample them all while you're there. One place at North Market that we really like to get food is at Flavors of India. They have a whole section of their spread that is all vegan options, which is really nice, but we weren't really in the mood for Indian today, so we kept searching for another option. One of my favorite places to get food here is, I don't know how to say it. Is it Firdous?
Firdous?
I don't know. I don't want to butcher it, but they have a really nice roasted eggplant dish that they serve over rice, and you can also get it with some hummus as well, and it's super tasty.
Also comes with pita. One of my favorite places is Little Eater. You have a ton of different options if you go here for different vegan things. They've got soups, they've got primary dishes, but as you can see here, we got 4 lovely things that are all completely vegan and all look super great and healthy.
So once we got all our food, we went to go sit with my family, did a quick photo shoot or 2 maybe, and then started testing everything out.
So from Little Eater, we ended up getting the delicata squash, a beet salad, green and yellow beans, and a farro and tomato couscous salad. The winner of this is the delicata squash. It was a fall spice blend with pomegranate seeds, mint, crimson and green lentil, and a citrus sumac vinaigrette. It was amazing.
Honestly, that's like one of the dishes from our entire trip that I keep thinking about. So it sounds to me like that means you should probably try to make us that.
Yes, I will be experimenting in the future.
Recipe video?
Yup. Jessica also ended up ordering the corn chowder from Little Eater as well.
So I was super excited to see that there was a chowder on the menu, and it was based with almond milk, so it was vegan. But unfortunately, as she scooped it in the bowl, she topped it with some extra oil, which I'm not sure why that would be necessary. So make sure you tell people, be aware of those things and tell people, like, don't add extra oil to my stuff. And it honestly didn't taste that great. It was just okay. Meh. You can also see there's the oil that they added to my hummus. So I am 2 for 2 in failing at telling people not to add oil to my dishes. But that aside, the roasted eggplant dish is one of my favorites to get at the market. Even though I'm sure the vegetables, again, are roasted with some oil, it is definitely a tasty dish. And with the rice and the hummus and the pita, it all comes together and tastes delicious.
Yeah, it is super good. After we were done with that, Peef and Jessica wanted some dessert.
I mean, I was on vacation. I like my dessert. So we went to Jenny's and they did have 3 vegan flavor options. We were able to sample all of them and we picked the roasted peanut butter and strawberry jam and the Texas sheet cake flavor as our favorites. And so we got a scoop of those, 1 scoop of each of those to share.
I got to admit that roasted peanut butter and strawberry jam was phenomenal.
This is definitely not a whole food, plant-based, or low-calorie option, but it was just 2 small scoops.
After that, we had to hit the road to get to Pittsburgh.
We're driving along. We're going to Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty here. You can see.
Lots of hills.
Maybe you can see. Well, now you can. But I'll show you. I'll show you a different way. But anyway, we're driving to Pittsburgh. We're going to meet someone special. It's a mystery. Who could it be? Find out. Stay tuned.
That's amazing.
What? That was so cool. Grand entrance to a city ever. It's like you go through a tunnel and then all of a sudden it's like city. Like it's just, and there's so many bridges and it's also pretty and there's water and there's buildings. It's like the coolest looking city I've ever seen. What do you think?
I agree.
It was crazy. We were not expecting that to be at the end of that tunnel. It was just like, and city. Are you ready to go meet our special guest?
I think so. Gotta make sure my glasses look pretty.
Seriously though, for real though, who do you think we're gonna go see? Who do you think?
Who do I think?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Pete?
Much of a surprise for me.
It's probably Pete.
It is for you.
It's probably Pete.
But before we get to our special guest, here's what we ended up having at B52 with said mystery guest. And B52 is an absolutely amazing place in Pittsburgh. It is more of the vegan junk food stuff. So yes, this did have oil, but man, was it really, really good. We ended up getting the buffalo cauliflower, which was amazing. It had a chickpea ranch with it, which was also great. And the lebna, I hope I'm saying that correctly. It is fermented cashews with mint and za'atar. We also ordered the seitan shawarma, which was really, really good and fresh, and the eggplant with cashew cheese and pesto, which was amazing. But as you can see, it is absolutely covered in oil. We did not eat all the oil, I promise.
All right, we've left them in suspense enough. Let's tell them who the guest is. All right, we found our mystery guest. It's Brittany.
Hey.
Oh my God, we're so excited. It's so weird to see her in person.
I love them so much.
But make sure you go check out her channel, the Drudy family. We'll link to it below. But yes, we love Brittany. She makes all good whole food plant-based recipes, and we're super pumped to have met her. We just had dinner with her, and like, oh my God, it's Brittany.
Yep,
Say
just
something.
how it goes. Oh, I mean, what can I say? She's adorable, and she's been a delight for the last couple of hours.
Height? Guys, check out that height difference. 6'6" to 5 foot. It's fine.
That's how it goes.
It's awesome.
You may think that Jessica was talking during this scene. She was, in fact, not saying anything at all right here, which is why I decided to do a voiceover and make fun of her a little.
Okay, give me a break. I just wanted to show off my Rob Thomas t-shirt, let's be honest. All right, so we're in the hotel. We just got up, it's like 6 something in the morning. So this is take number 2 of trying the breakfast. This time we're getting oatmeal. Also, I'm kind of on cloud 9. I'm wearing my brand new Rob Thomas t-shirt that I bought at the concert a few weeks ago. But I'm still on cloud 9 from meeting Brittany last night, because and her husband, like, it was so, you guys, it was so fun. Me and Brian just connected with her and her husband, and it was just like instant best friends.
So we made our way back down to the breakfast to get me some oatmeal, but first, let's go ahead and show you what this hotel had. They had a very nice selection of fruit and some apples and bananas, which of course you know I like me some bananas, and I put that onto some oatmeal!
Yay, Brian got his oatmeal.
And yes, we did make sure this was nothing but oats and water, and it was actually super, super tasty.
I decided to go with some fruit, which is what I usually have at home for breakfast anyway, so it was perfect.
So after breakfast, we came back up here and looked out the window, and this is what we saw.
It's really pretty.
It is gorgeous out there in the morning right now. There's some fog coming over the mountains. It is just fantastic. But we got to book at the Gettysburg, so
Yes.
we better get going.
We're gonna be driving through those mountains, so stay tuned.
Bye.
You got these hills and valleys. You got all these nice trees. Like, you got a river down there. Like, this is heaven for me.
me the entire time. I'm just like clinging on to the thing here while Brian like goes around all these curves like
She likes to say whoa a lot.
Whoa. We have been enjoying our day quite a bit so far. We've been driving through the mountains on the way to Gettysburg from Pittsburgh, and it is just gorgeous. We are just loving, there's like a slight fog, but it's like morning, and so you can still see everything. Also, when you're traveling, we've done this a few times. I usually have my phone set up to not take us on toll roads, and we have ended up running into some of the best, like, you know, routes that we've driven just by doing that, because it takes you on some of the back roads that you don't normally take, not the big major highways. And I just realized, oh yeah, that's why it's taking us a little bit extra time to drive, but it's honestly worth it because it's such a pretty drive.
Agreed.
This is how Brian drives when his butt starts hurting, because he has a bony butt now. And I wouldn't let him buy a cushion at the Love's travel stop that he wanted to buy.
Yeah.
You're just such a weirdo. He's just, yeah. Oh my god. Brian and Peef are twinning today. They both got their flannel on.
But after that beautiful drive, we ended up arriving at Gettysburg, which has honestly been one of my all-time top 10 bucket list items that I have wanted to do for a good portion of my life. And it was absolutely incredible. We got to walk around the battlefield. We took a bus tour. We saw the video that they show in the theater and the cyclorama, which is just one of the coolest paintings that I have ever seen in my entire life. But it was just so incredible walking around this battlefield that I've read about and I've seen pictures of, and it just blew me away how amazing this actually was.
Honestly, I'm not really a big history person like Brian is, so I really wasn't sure what to expect coming here, but it was honestly one of the best days of the trip for me. It was really cool to be there with Brian as well, just because he knew so much of the history and he could share that with me, and it was really nice to hear his perspective based on what he's learned over the years, and it was just crazy to be there.
After going around through the battlefield and seeing places like Devil's Den and going up to Little Round Top, it kind of all culminated for me into one singular moment, and it's when I was up on Little Round Top, staring down off of that hill and just imagining all of the lives that were lost, all the men who were wounded in action, and all of the people who nobody even knows what their names are anymore because they were just unknown soldiers. It kind of got a bit overwhelming for me, and I really had to fight back the tears during this one moment, and I'm so glad that Jessica ended up capturing it on camera.
I was like up there, and it just like kind of all hit me. You know, just the thought of like all those people fighting, all those people dying, all of those people like, you know, just trying to win and stay alive, and yet a lot of them didn't, you know, so, yeah. But just an amazing thing to think about.